Hey everyone, Eric Leamy here. You are watching yet another video from my secondary YouTube channel and vlog, in which I present to all of you my sentimental thoughts coming from my heart and my soul, and my mental oddball shenanigans come from my mind and brain. This is EML77 TV, episode 803. How's everyone going last night? Now, as you guys kind of noticed some changes, I don't think they've appeared yet, and I'm going to try to get that going here, and hasn't appeared yet, but I've added new thumbnails to my recap videos. As you will see in possibly a few, could be tomorrow. How YouTube is doing this, but I changed some of my YouTube thumbnails to make it look like the recaps from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT combined. The current ones you see here now will be used for pay-per-view recaps, and I decided to do today, last night's Raw from the Thunderdome, Amway Center, Orlando. I heard they have a 2-month deal with them, so here we go. Drew McIntyre comes out after retaining the title against Orton at SummerSlam, and addresses Randy Orton. As McIntyre walks away, Orton attacks McIntyre from behind, punches him in the head twice. Nia Jax gets interviewed and found out that she's been reinstated, and she confronted Shayna Baszler. The two want to go at it. They make Baszler's train insults back and forth, but Bayley's going one-on-one with Shayna Baszler. Bayley won by DQ. After Nia Jax got herself involved, and then Baszler and Nia Jax turned their as Nia Jax was about to confront Shayna Baszler, they both turn around, look at Bayley and Banks, and they walk out. So try to say that times I've got Baszler, Bayley, and Banks. A little tongue twister for you, ladies and gentlemen. So it seems like something's going on. More on that. Aleister Black came on the KO show. Kevin Owens asked him how he felt. Aleister Black at first was apprehensive of going up the stairs because of what happened to him. But then all of a sudden he backfists Kevin Owens and hit him with a black mass. Something's going on in Aleister Black's mind. So, that's really shocking. Charlotte Caruso interviews Sasha Banks and Bayley as Sasha Banks is preparing herself for the Raw Women's Championship later that night against Asuka in a lumberjack match. So, and Banks and Bayley were bad-mouthing Baszler and Jax. More on that. There was a fatal 4-way for the 24/7 Championship. R-Truth versus Akira Tozawa versus Cedric Alexander and versus Shelton Benjamin, who was the defending champion, and a new champion has been crowned after a crazy fatal 4-way. Akira Tozawa, after sacrificing his ninjas to do it. Akira, I got one ninja that could watch your back. His name? Quang. Find Quang. Trust me on that one. Sarah Schreiber interviewed Randy Orton after punting Drew McIntyre twice. He's going to say it out there. As he was talking about Drew McIntyre out there in the Thunderdome, the debuting Keith Lee showed up on Monday Night Raw and challenged Randy Orton to a match later that night. How to make an impact on your Raw debut? Challenge the man, and that would be Randy Orton. Meanwhile, Charlie Caruso is interviewing Angel Garza, who is flirting with Demi Bennett once again. I swear, Demi Bennett must sign a contract with the WWE because this is her fourth appearance here. If you don't know who Demi Bennett is, she was one of the contestants from The Bachelor Paradise, the reality show. And she's a big WWE fan, so I'm just thinking that in my back of my mind, I'm thinking she's got some kind of contract with the WWE, for goodness sakes. If that's the case, I don't know. Anyways, Charlie Caruso and Vega got testy with each other. Angel Garza, Angel Garza has started this mess. You got Charlie Caruso and Zelina Vega going at it. Zelina Vega hates Kayla Braxton as well. So you're talking about this. Vega's got to be really testy here. As it found out that Demi Burnett is accompanying Garza with his match against Montez Ford, one half of the Street Profits. That match was coming up next. Garza and Ford went at it, back and forth matchup and everything else, and Debbie Burnett is watching at ringside. Ivar sneaks down to ringside, presents Debbie Burnett with a turkey leg, walks out with her. She's escorting him to the back. Angel Garza's like, "What's up with this?" All of a sudden, Montez Ford took advantage of it, did a spinning 5-star frog splash from the top rope, and 1, 2, 3, 4 picks up the victory. More of this Ivar versus Garza. Who picks up the ladies more? I think that should be those two guys. I can sense a good few, but more on Ivar. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax were talking, and Jax says, "Hey, Bayley and Banks got some gold. I want to wear gold." And Shayna Baszler goes, "Okay, I'll do it." But then she says, "I have to take the lead, partner." So a little testy relationship between Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. And that match will be happening at Payback as Sasha Banks and Bayley will defend the women's tag team titles against Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. This is going to be very interesting. Could we see a rock and sock-like connection between, but I don't think either of them are weird as Mankind, but may I say, two unlikely allies teaming up for the tag team titles? That has worked before. 6-woman tag, Selena Vega teamed up with the Iconics against the team of the Riot Squad and Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair and the Riot Squad picked up the victory in that matchup after Bianca Belair finished Selena Vega with the KOD. Ricochet and Alexander were in the back, goofing her off with the arm wrestling thing. They chatted with Mark Henry. Mark Henry is going to take it out to the ring. MVP confronted both Alexander and Ricochet. It seems like MVP's trying to get Alexander to join the Hurt Business. Be very interested to see what happens in that situation. Arm wrestling matchup, Apollo Crews versus Bobby Lashley. As you know, at Payback, the United States title will be on the line as Lashley to challenge Apollo Crews. The two of them were going at it, and then all of a sudden, Lashley gets a, get away from me, I'll take off my jacket and everything else. So they tried again. Apollo Crews decided to stomp on his foot, beat him in. A little payback for all the cheating that the Hurt Business has done. More on the Hurt Business. Charlie Caruso decided to interview the entire Mysterio family. That would be, I don't know where Dominic's sister has been, but Dominic was there along with his father and mother Angie. They were talking about how proud they were of Dominic as they were getting ready for their tag team matchup, which happened to be the main event. So this is huge. Dominic's first match on Raw is the main event, teaming up with his father against Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. More on that match. Raw Underground, before Raw, Lana and Natalya came out and started to make fun of Mickie James. Mickie James came out and attacked both of them. That's going to be a war waiting to happen. Natalya versus Mickie James one-on-one, that'll be a heck of a matchup. Once again, Bobby Lashley went to Raw Underground, and they were pushing around Shane McMahon a little bit. I was like, you got that big 7-foot tall dude, could have pushed back, but Shane McMahon's like, fine, go in. Bobby Lashley beat up on Dolph Ziggler after he put some poor sap out of his misery. And then Lashley and Ziggler, in fact, I think Lashley took on two guys, put them out of their misery. Then Dolph Ziggler came in. And Dolph Ziggler, and Lashley went at it, but Lashley won the match. And then the Hurt Business started brawling with everybody. Cedric Alexander got involved, and then all of a sudden, more on that. I'll get to it. Keith Lee made his Raw debut against Randy Orton. The two had a great matchup until McIntyre showed up. Orton would win by disqualification. And then all of a sudden, after attacking Orton, Charlie Caruso interviews McIntyre. Drew McIntyre about to talk. Orton attacked McIntyre again, punched him in the head again. Medical update, he was taken to a hospital. We'll see how he is. Could be a career-threatening injury. I don't know. I'm praying And if that's the case, Orton's gone way too far. Meanwhile, the Lumberjill match for the Raw Women's Championship, Asuka versus Sasha Banks. Banks and Bayley decided to start things up with the Riot Squad, and then you got Shayna Baszler involved. Everybody got involved. But in the end, Asuka won with the Asuka lock once again. And like I said, McIntyre was taken to the hospital. Keith Lee says, part of me wanted to say never interrupt a man's debut. The other part of me hoping that Drew McIntyre's okay. But Randy Orton wrote, so that rematch will happen at Payback as well. Keith Lee going one-on-one with Randy Orton. If Drew McIntyre gets involved, I say put the title on the line. You know, I say Keith Lee being the new champion. That would be really cool. Make it a triple threat. But it depends on how McIntyre is. The Raw Underground, Lashley went up against Cedric Alexander. Lashley beat him up, and then all of a sudden, Hurt Business started pushing people around, beating people up. The Viking Raiders got involved. There was a brawl between there. I wouldn't be surprised if Lashley and Benjamin go up against the Viking Raiders. That'd be a heck of a matchup, so that's why I said more on Ivar. That's going to be something else to see. And then the main event. The Mysterios, father and son duo, teamed up for the very first time against Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. That match went back and forth. Dominic and Rey Mysterio did all they could. They had a house of fire. Then we, here's the weird part. We haven't heard from Retribution all night up until the matchup, the main event. Retribution showed up and beat the heck out of father and son, the Mysterios. And then you see, and they ignore Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. Both of them were smiling. I wonder, is Seth Rollins behind Retribution all along, and we don't know? That's going to be the interesting question coming into. But they did attack SmackDown Superstars as well. Well, so what's going to be the deal this Friday night on SmackDown? Could Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy want to take over? I don't know. But one thing's for sure, man. I'll tell you one thing. If Seth Rollins, has a smirk on his face, does he? I wonder if he'll offer them a position as I'd be very interested to see what. I'd be invested to see what happens. We'll see what happens on SmackDown this Friday night as Roman Reigns will return, probably address the Thunderdome and see what's up. They'll tell him what's up, and also that match. But it will be a triple threat match for the Universal Championship, though. This Friday, they've already announced it on Payback. Here's what the Payback card looks like so far. All right, so far it goes like this: Keith Lee going one-on-one with Randy Orton, the United States title on the line. Apollo Crews defending against Lashley. The women's tag team titles on the line. Bayley and Banks to defend against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, and the Universal title on the line in a triple threat as the Fiend Bray Wyatt defends against Braun Strowman, and now the big dog Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns has been full of P&V and wants to become the Universal Champion. I like it. Let's keep going with it, and believe me. So I'm gonna have my NXT recaps this this coming Thursday. A lot is happening. Tommaso Ciampa makes his return. What's he going to say? I would not be surprised if Goldie's on his mind, and he knows that Karrion Kross has Goldie. So that will be something to do. Now, a lot of people complain about Keith Lee's music changing. It's because the CFO $ music crew. It's all about royalties, folks. I'm sorry. I know. I feel bad too. I like Keith Lee's theme song, but when you make up the main roster, you have to change it. I mean, there's no way, right? So Keith Lee signed off on that. So, but I'm sure that will be stuck away in the archive somewhere. Let's see. What else is the reason why I did not do Thunderdome, and even though I would have done Thunderdome, there's been a lot of issues with it. A lot of people have been trolling on Thunderdome per se. One person dressed up as a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Another displayed an ISIS execution, which is not cool at all. Another one had a Fire Velveteen Dream sign, and the person who tweeted that says he got banned. He got kicked off Thunderdome. One was caught falling asleep. Some Pikachu, a teddy bear, stuffed animals, or something like that. And they had a lot of guidelines. It seems like the fans want to I think they're trying to ruin the WWE. My personal opinion, some of these fans are not true WWE fans at all. They're trying to ruin the WWE. They hate the WWE, so they do everything they can to really screw up the WWE. In fact, one person put a picture of Chris Benoit on there. I'm like, you know, this is what's the problem with the internet is used for good and sometimes for evil. And some of the evil stuff, I mean, some of these people just, you know, they want to be anonymous, they want to, you know, they want to be foolish. You know, some of these fans want to enjoy wrestling experience. And we get these foolish morons, you know, coming out, these immature morons to come out and disrespect, and disrespect the WWE by putting all these images of Chris Benoit. They're trying to be fun, you know, and listen. They're trying to be funny, but guess what? It's not funny, guys. It's not funny. You know, I'll dress as a Ku Klux Klan member. It's just like, you seriously kidding me? I'd rather, you know what I would do? You know, I don't think my room is, I don't think this area is ideal for me to be on Thunderdome. As another, everybody would be complaining, oh, this guy living in his parents' basement. You know, all the basement jokes and the mom's basement jokes would come up and everything else. And I would have had a green screen backdrop, so to speak, and have the Thunderdome logo, SmackDown, or if I go on again and go for Raw, put the Raw background, or something like that. You know, I think that's what be a good idea if you guys do that instead of just all this foolishness. You know, and this is what irks me about the internet sometimes, because a lot of people are using their foolishness to get under, like, my skin and my other people's skin and all that, but they're still working. They're still working the bugs out when it comes to the Thunderdome. So I'm hoping that people can get things together and try that, because a lot of people will take advantage of it and just, you know, if they hate the WWE, you know, listen, if you hate the WWE, don't do this foolishness. Don't come on. You know what I mean? You know, you want to make yourself famous. You know, listen, you know, try me, I'll make you famous. You know, I say Undertaker shirt. And I just, you know, want to enjoy. I got a microphone and, you know, on the thing. So I was like, okay, I'm really excited about that. So just make sure everything is in order. That's how you're going to do it. So, yeah, just be respectful of the rules on the Thunderdome if you go in it, if you plan on doing this. So, Play Arcade in Union Street is open, but it's only for reservations only. And, you know, Adam Katz, love and respect for what you've done, bringing the arcades back. I'm kind of disappointed, though. And I'll tell you why. Because the fact of the matter is that, I just want to go in and play the arcades. I don't want food. I don't want, you know, I just want to go in and just play the arcades. I mean, I can't do that willy-nilly. I mean, the COVID situation, I can understand. That's fine, you know. But, reservations are not kind of my thing, you know. I tried that with the haircut thing, and it worked, but still, but no. But reservations are not kind of my thing. So I'm gonna have to wait till the rules loosen up a little bit. And as long as these stupid politicians, both Republicans and Democrats, are both stupid, in my personal opinion, I'd be running the country, and I'll make sure everything's like, I don't even give a crap. I'm getting sick and tired of this, you know, the whole thing. Anyways, it's bad enough we have to deal with this crap. We have to deal with idiots on the internet. Unbelievable. But might I digress? So that's how I feel about it. So, well, that's it for the Raw recap, episode 803 of EML77 TV. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully that the next episode, 804, will come up with thoughts and all that. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night, and I'll be seeing you. Peace.